Okay, we're recording. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Genelle LeVin, the president of Silver Lake Improvement Association, 501c3 nonprofit. It's been around our 25th year. And as a nonprofit, we are the community partner with the City of Los Angeles for the management, maintenance, and overseeing the events in the plaza.
Maintenance is a question I didn't get a chance to ask Julie about. Since you mentioned it and I'm thinking about it right now, that's one of the things I wanted to ask you. What's involved with maintenance here, and is there anything you can roughly tell me about costs?
Okay, when we first opened, the city required somebody with liability insurance, and we didn't have that at the time. So Hollywood Beautification Team did the maintenance. Basically, there are 43 planters around the perimeter, and they were watered twice a week, and they still are. And just tidying up a little bit, but anybody that has an event in the plaza is expected to clean up after themselves too. But sometimes there are problems, but now we have a community person that we hire that takes care of that. He comes twice a week and cleans up.
And what's the cost for that community person that you pay?
He charges is $20 an hour basically, and he's here usually 3 or 4 hours twice a week. But he just lives a block away, and he comes in if there's trash around. He'll come in the middle, other days and just pick it up and take care of it. We also have one of the Silver Lake Improvement Association board members that comes to mornings, nights, almost every day. So he kind of monitors it too. But the cost, well, like I said, it's $20 an hour.
Can you tell, let's talk about the history of this project and how it came about. You said that was one of the things you wanted to talk about?
Yes. I was contacted after this was in the planning of, 6 or 8 months, maybe even a little bit longer than that, to be the community partner because they needed a nonprofit. But it started with a grant from the county public health department, and they wanted to, it was a pilot program. And they wanted to turn an area, an underused street, into something that would be pedestrian friendly, and that's exactly what's happened. On the east end of the plaza, it was very unsafe for pedestrians to walk across the street from one side of Sunset to the other, and now it's blocked off. So and at first there were cars that were not used to it, but there's barricades there. They're plain right now, but they're going to be decorated. And until the city can do some major changes down the line, barricades are going to stay. Anyway, so from day one when the plaza opened, there were a few people that were not in favor of it, basically because we lost three parking spaces. But the spaces that were taken away from Griffith Park Boulevard, there were spaces that were added on Sunset Boulevard, so it was a nominal amount of loss of spaces. There were people, because we have such an issue with parking here in Silver Lake and other places in Los Angeles too, that it's just a huge problem in here in Silver Lake. There were some community members that were really very vocal about it, and at the grand opening, the ribbon cutting, then our city councilman, Eric Garcetti, explained to people that he was really pleased to have it, and he helped spearhead it through because it was, I guess when he was approached about it, he loved the idea, and this is such an ideal spot.
You said that this street you described it as underused, and I'm curious because there's businesses here. Weren't those businesses, did they consider it an underused street? I mean, were they having hesitation about, wait a minute, you're going to not let cars drive right in front of my business?
I didn't hear that specifically. There were 2 businesses that were next to Mornings Nights that were apparently not doing well, and they, soon after the plaza opened, they got out of their leases and moved on. Now, Pine and Crane, which is right next to Mornings Nights, is a Taiwanese noodle cafe.
Right there.
They just opened a couple of months ago, and she's doing a marvelous job. But she took 2 storefronts and made it into her cafe. And it's really nice and it's very popular. And since then, Yummy.com has opened up. They opened up late last year, and very popular. And in between is United Bakery, and I haven't talked with her recently, but I don't think the Plaza has made a difference in her level of business.
And do you think it's made a difference? Now, Julie said that it's made a level of difference for her business. Have you heard that from other business owners along here as well?
No, I have not talked to anybody specifically about that. But Julie and the bakery are the only two businesses that were here before that are still here now. But I have not heard anything negative. In fact, across the street behind you is formerly El Conquistador. It was a Mexican restaurant that had been here for 40 years. Well, a new developer came in, and the old former owners were ready to retire anyway, and so they changed their entrance from Sunset Boulevard to Edgecliff so that it would face the plaza. And the business owners, that business owner and another one adjacent to it, they're very, very supportive of the plaza, and in fact they want to contribute to the improvements and the maintenance of the plaza.
Okay, so that leads me to another question that was an area of concern. You said that there was a business here that closed shortly after the plaza opened. Do you feel that that was a direct result of the plaza?
What I've been told is the business was not doing well much before that, and I heard recently that it was the second time this person had tried to make a go of it, and it just didn't work. There just wasn't enough business for her.
Was that the vegan raw cafe that you're referring to?
No, I'm referring to Paulina's. It's a children's boutique.
Okay, great. And do you know anything about the history of the vegan cafe that was here prior to Pine and Crane, about why they departed?
I can't say. I don't know specifically. They were not doing well. I think it just. I don't know the answer. I really can't talk specifically about it.
Okay, but Pine and Crane, that's right here behind us, is doing well?
Yes. Since she opened, you come at lunchtime and people are lined up to the door. And what you do is you order your food at the counter, and then you take a seat and they bring it to you. And usually people are waiting there at the door in the afternoon and in the evenings too.
So even despite the fact that they can't drive directly in front of the businesses and can't park directly in front of the businesses, that doesn't seem like it's impacted their success. Is that fair to say?
No, absolutely not. And I'm sure if you were able to interview Vivian, she'll say the same thing. It's just she's very pleased with the way the business has been going.
And how has the installation of the plaza impacted traffic patterns here? Do you think it's getting rid of a street where people could drive a section of street has caused any bottlenecks or difficulties?
I can't see it. I mean, all you have to do is go a half a block or less than a block up and make a right turn, and another half a block and you're back in the same pattern, and it doesn't seem to be an issue. I understand. I believe they're considering a stop sign, not stop sign, a traffic light at that corner. That's what I've heard. But there's a lot of traffic, and I personally, see no problem with it. I only live a couple blocks away myself.
And now that there's more people in this place as a destination, has that created any additional new problems post-plaza installation problems with graffiti or loitering or anything of that nature?
People contact me when there's graffiti, and it's taken care of right away, but it has been nominal. I mean, there was a time when we were getting graffiti on the K-rails, the barriers, and the Hollywood beautification team comes out and cleans it up right away. But I haven't had any calls in months, literally months. Occasionally we'll get little, spots of graffiti in the area, but I don't think it's as bad as other areas, to be honest.
So the plaza Do you think the plaza's impact on that graffiti was increased, neutral, decreased, the same?
I really can't say
Yeah.
because I don't know what it was like before, and I wasn't that involved. People weren't contacting me, to report graffiti, and they also contacted, 311 and our city council office. But it seems to be nominal, and I think the visibility, because the tables and chairs are out here quite, most of the day, and people are around, so I think that may make a difference. And we've just got people that are keeping their eyes open, so it gets taken care of if there are. And I think it's a deterrent that people are here, they're walking, and so that's all I can say about that.
Yeah, and so even though the cars are no longer passing in front of these businesses, it's the visibility is. You mentioned visibility, so I just wanted to ask that for the business owners here.
I don't think it has impaired the visibility at all, because it is an open space. It might be a little different for other streets that have businesses on both sides of the plaza, but I don't think it has made a difference here. In fact, people, when they drive by, oh, this is really nice. And right now the surface does not have polka dots on it because they've just resurfaced it, and we're working with the city on how we're going to handle that. But they're, just Google Polka Dot Plaza and this will come up, and it's been a real plus for the community.
Has it? So you would how do you feel you would recommend this for communities? And can you tell me a little bit about how you think it's a plus, and would you recommend it?
There's no question. I mean, you see people here. There's several people with their dogs, and it's a pet-friendly community, and people, come and bring their mostly dogs, and it's a place. It's a destination now. People come and meet, and it's just been a real plus.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Yes, I also wanted to add something that Julie touched upon, and that's one of the big event that we have here in the plaza, and this is the Silver Lake Picture Show. This is the third season. They came along, and it was some young independent filmmakers that wanted to share, the plaza and their movies with, not their movies too, but major movies. And the last couple of times we've had it, the last picture show last season was Princess Bride, and there were over 700 people here in the plaza. And Julie mentioned, people bring their picnic baskets. We also encourage we encourage pedestrian traffic for that especially. And I don't know that it has made a huge difference in impact parking, because most people walk here. And, and we also encourage people to patronize the local businesses, Pine and Crane and Mornings Nights, and Yummy.com, because they make sandwiches too, and the bakery as well. So it has been a huge plus. The Silver Lake Picture Show also has independent movie producers. They show a short film before the major motion picture, and most of the time there's live music. These are all, not all, most of the people are from the area, the community, and it helps promote their product. It's just been a wonderful experience. And there's been a couple of times when Mornings Nights has had an art opening. I mean, at the same time that they have the picture show, and it's been very popular. It's just been wonderful to see. And when you see, there's pictures on the internet, because some people have taken pictures from top of the roof of the apartment next door, and it's just been a real plus. It's been wonderful.
And I'm wondering, does that give any hesitation about, wow, there's suddenly 700 people on this intersection. What does that do to traffic and parking and things like that?
Well, like I said, most people walk, and there has not been a problem with it. I haven't heard any complaints about that, because we do encourage people to walk. And it's mostly people that live in the area within a block or two. And they bring their chairs, their blankets, they sit in the plaza and enjoy the movie, enjoy the entertainment, and it's really been a plus.
And are these restaurants and cafes right adjacent to the plaza open during the movie?
Yes. Pine and Crane is open till 10 o'clock, I believe. And I know that Julie, Mornings Nights is open as well. And they provide, actually, Mornings Nights provides electricity for what they need for the audiovisual. And people can use their restroom. So it's been nothing but a plus. Mornings Nights has been 110% behind. Julie mentioned that she had some reservations at the beginning, but I know that has been eliminated at the very beginning.